everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Sam of Sewing Sam, and this is my YouTube channel all about stitching. Sorry, my brain, new year, new me, really not. So yes, I know it hasn't been that long since I did one, so I'm trying to keep consistent. I'm trying to do what I said last time, and I knew last time I wouldn't get back with you guys because of Christmas and all the madness that goes with Christmas, and I was correct. So I've managed to pop on now as the new year begins, just to say hi. I thought I would do a quick WIP parade today, just so we can see how I progress through the year, because I'm trying to be more consistent. I hope you all had lovely Christmases and are starting the new year well, let's say. It's been very cold here recently, so yeah. For those of you who don't know, obviously you can probably tell by the accent, originally British born, but living in Germany these days. So a bit of a different change of scenery, shall we say. We went home for Christmas. When I say home, I mean back to my parents back in the UK, which is really nice. The first time, first Christmas in 2 years we'd been at home, but we had my parents here last year. Well, not last year now, but we had my parents here for 2023, which was lovely. So yeah, it was nice to switch off and just relax, especially with the year-end madness. I don't know whether it's the same for all of you guys, but jobs get very busy and very like boom, boom, boom. So yes, enough waffling from me, shall we say, otherwise we'll be here for quite some time. Also, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and also go and watch maybe the previous videos. I haven't been as consistent as I'd like to be, but I'm trying this year to be a bit more, as I've already preempted, consistent. And this is helped by, I normally do stuff I've got going on, finishes and all that sort of thing before I go to things I've received, but this year, well, for this video in particular, I'd like to shake things up a bit. So for Christmas this year, I got this, so the Stitches Almanac from the Stitching Cabin, which essentially, for those of you, I've seen quite a lot of people have this on here, or this type of thing, shall we say, in previous years. And it's essentially, oh god, I'll drop it then. It's a book for, let me just show you the content page. Planning your years. So as you see, you've got stitchy goals, you've got a nice, I will just open up the January spread. So you have a proper like view, and here you can put what you've done, what you haven't done. So I will be updating this in the coming week. First week of January, I'll be updating this. Just to, yeah, so I can hopefully follow my plans better, which is why I thought I'd do a FlossTube WIP Parade first, then I would complete the book, because I have all the whips in front of me, and then I can really try and go with plans. I will touch upon maybe some plans as I go through this video, because as I was looking at my whips, I saw pieces that I'm thinking, oh gosh, just a bit more progress needs here, or things I really just want to get done and dusted quite early on in the year. I also saw in my whip pile a couple of kits, and I think it's, so I'm looking to what they are, I think it's 1, 2, 3 things that I've actually already kitted up, already was sat with my whips, but I haven't touched. So I'm telling myself, every time I finish something, not that you can see from the stack here, I can start something from there. But more on that later. So, should we jump in? I think we shall. Strap in, folks. Also, I'm going to say apologies for any zips, noises, rustling. I haven't taken anything of these out of the project bags because I didn't want to have a stack of fabric on my desk, because it's not very tidy or clean. So I keep keeping them in the project bags. Which also means I can show you the project bags and show you where I've got them from in the past. So first up, this is my oldest whip. Project bag from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which I love because it's got a 2-pocket approach and a nice sneaky peek, and a nice, yeah, what do you call it, C3 pocket at the back. So let's get this one out. So for those of you who have been here for quite some time will have seen this from day one. I have to level with you, I have gotten very little done with this. I think it's because it's one that requires a lot of concentration. Although every time I look at it, I love it. Does it all fit on when it's folded? It does still just. So this is, also I haven't ironed anything either, so please apologies. Everything is very much screwed up in the bag because I'm lazy. It will get ironed on wash when it's done, this one at least. So this is my Mount Fuji. As you can see, let me hold it so it's probably easier. The lighting isn't so bad today. Let me just, also is that side, a bit out of practice. This is only a third done. It will come out somewhere here, here, and a lot of the spaces you see now around here around the blossom is a lot of beading that I haven't done yet. I'm thinking of doing all the beading at the end. I don't know whether that's the right idea. So those of you who have a bit more experience, maybe or have done beading before on pieces, maybe let me know in the comments below. What has worked for you, what you think, any tips and tricks for this. I know we're meant to have a very sharp needle, which I have already in here, which is really good. But this was a kit I received. I don't have my actual guide when I have stuff started, but I think I received this, I want to say 2021, and I really stitched quite a lot of it in 21 and 22, and then 23 and 24 barely touched it. It was, I tried doing WIP Go a couple of years ago, and it was on my WIP Go goals, but I didn't get any further with it. So I think I'm just going to try and get a little bit done, like every month, spend sort of like a couple of hours on it every month, just to get some progress ticking and get it going along. I know it's going to be a longer piece, and also just because we're here, the needle minder is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, potentially one of my favourite places for needle minders. So yes, I'm just putting it back in the bag carefully now so we protect everything. So yes, that's my oldest WIP. I know getting it finished this year is not realistic, but I would like to finish it sooner rather than later. Next up is another quite old WIP that I also tragically haven't. I think I've done more on it since I maybe have shown you in previous videos, maybe not the most recent one, but I have touched it. I have touched it in 2024. So this is the bag, just to show you. This is from the Lollipop Stitches. Also with, because I can show you now, a see-through pocket. And this is a Biscogne from Cotton and Twine, and it was, I'm just looking now, the February 2022 design, just to give you an idea of how far away we are. Let me just say, oh, sorry, I should have said as well that this one is stitched on, I think it's 14 count Ada. Let me just compare. Yes, 14 count Ada. This is on 16 count Ada. As you can see, I've done, I don't know what I had done last time, but I feel like this little dude down here has been finished for quite some time. This dude, I feel like the war has been started on and off since we've shown you, but I think this fella is quite a new-ish, should we say, joiner to the piece. I've gone wrong, I will level with you, somewhere up here, and I don't know where. So in order to kind of get around that, I started this fella. And I'm hoping that if I do this guy and then come up here, that then I can figure out where I've gone wrong, and because I don't particularly want to unpick all of this, so I'm trying to work out if I can fudge it somehow. We will see. So yes, I'm hoping to get that one done soon-ish. The next project is actually in a project bag that I made as part of a Cotton and Twine subscription box. This obviously was a stitch, one of their boxes, I don't remember when it was from, but it was one of the boxes that you then put on top, sewed on top into a bag. This is, I'm now just checking. Oh, this is obviously totally, I'm sorry, this is totally out of order. I thought this was an older piece. This is actually from last year. Yeah, 2024, June, Cotton and Twine. Also a Biscogne, so maybe that's why I put them together. So we had a theme, we'll go with that. And I have done, I think I showed this on my last video, so I've done the top bit of the Biscogne. So let's just bring that in a little bit closer. I have finished that top bit. I have also, pathetically, started this bit, which is the middle of the bottom bit of the Biscogne. That's all I've done. And I must admit, this bit doesn't have that much stitching, so I am quite ashamed of myself for not finishing this and fully sewing everything together yet. Which I think is going to be a goal for spring this year, so the first quarter, which, yeah. Also needle minder here, the cute little corgi, also from Caterpillar. This is stitched on 32 count linen, which is now an option in the Cotton and Twine kits. For those of you who don't know, Cotton and Twine do subscription boxes on a monthly basis, with sometimes guest designers. I think this one was their own design, but I think this one, if I remember correctly, so I can show it up here, sorry for the glare, was Tiny Modernist, guest designing with the ladies at Cotton and But Cotton Twine essentially have, as I'm sure you can guess from what I've done here, they provide you with all the things to FFO or fully finish your projects, which is really handy because it gives you kind of an idea and the materials to do it with. Unfortunately for the Bisque Nude, they don't give you the stuffing. Fair enough, I understand that. So I've got stuffing at home anyway, so that's fine. You can make little pillows and cushions. So yes, that's the subscription box from Cotton Twine, and I would thoroughly recommend it because for me at least, it was a really good way of really getting into stuff and giving yourself a little bit more of a. And you can also subscribe and pause this at any time. The ladies are super helpful, so Joanna and Suzanne are super helpful. So I thoroughly recommend stitching with them. Right, that I've had done. The next piece I have is, and I know I started this in 2021. No, I didn't. I started this one. I think I started in 2020. So maybe the Mount Fuji is also from 2020. I think this Mount Fuji is also from 2020. Anyway, the old whips that need sorting. I will be completing this properly in my book later. This one is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I know I started this actually on Christmas Day because I remember being sat with my in-laws doing this. And it's the Christmas Celebration Sampler. Now, this is pathetically all I have done. So I was hoping to get more of this done at Christmas, but I didn't. So I'm thinking of just trying to stitch on pieces regardless of when they come throughout the year. I'm sorry, I'm getting this back out. This is stitched on, I think, a 32 count Picture This Plus opaque linen in gingerbread, I think it's called. I love it. It's a very nice view, and I'm quite glad I started in the top corner because I'm hoping, because this is essentially the middle of the piece here. This is the middle, and I think I've gone down because essentially it's like all mirrors, all matches. So I think this bit here is the same as this bit here. So this is roughly a quarter of the size. So I'm hoping with the fabric this size, I can maybe get some smalls out of the scraps, but we will see. I do love this, and I love everything Frosted Pumpkin do, but I just don't, I seem to get carried away with the Christmas madness. I'm thinking for Christmas in July, which I will be noting in my plans, I'm going to make sure I get some time on that. Maybe not stitch summer stuff, but stitch winter stuff in July for once. Also, the bag this is in is, I believe this came from Historical Sampler. So, and again, the company, the sister company of Cotton and Twine, in I think it was an advent box or a stitch knot box. I don't remember, from a couple of years ago, but I loved it, and I agree. Although today I actually have a load of washing on because we obviously were away for Christmas and I didn't have any chance. So there's been a lot of housework going on. Anywho, that's about real life. Let's talk about stitching, the fun things. Next up is, okay, this is one of my favourite bags. This is from Forbidden Fiberglass. And this was, now I need to remember correctly, this was 12 Days of the Empire, and I think this was from last year, so January 2024. Well, December 2023 to January 2024. Like an advent box, you have the 12 Days of Christmas with a floss and a tiny pattern you can stitch every day. Obviously, I knew I would never stitch this in between times, but I thought I would maybe try and do once a month in 2024. Clearly didn't happen. Although I have made, quite happy with myself. I made more progress with this than I thought I had. This is all from, again, Forbidden Fiberglass. This has been stitched on a 32 count linen that was dyed specifically for this kit. I have done 5 days of 12, so I did quite 12 for quite some time, but yes, let's just show some progress. So, I don't think this time last year I had it stitched. This is essentially I'm trying to count now. It would only have 5 colours tops because every day you had a different colour. So this is, sorry, it's a bit very creased again also. I thoroughly love doing Darth Vader. Thought he was really good fun. And the fun thing is that Darth Vader, that's just one colour. It's just the way it's a variegated floss. Again, same with this piece. There's only 2 colours. And I quite like how that looks. Also, like there's a shadow, like this side is the dark side, this side is the light side. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this. And what I'm thinking of doing is stitching it as like 4x4? Yes. No, it wouldn't be 4x4 because that's 16. Oh, maths is not my strong point now. 3x4. So basically have it as like, I guess it would be kind of, please hold. This kind of a size when it's finished. And then have, because I've got the sister piece that came out a year before, which was 12 Days of the Rebellion, have them then framed together in maybe the same frame or a similar-ish type of frame. I don't know, that's to be decided. But yes, so I obviously need to look at this, but I'm thinking this is something I'm going to come back to later in the year when I've got the things that I definitely want to get done. Yes, I showed you the bag obviously already, which love. Next up, also in a Forbidden Fibre Co project bag. This was from, I think Holiday Express was, and let me think about this, 2022's Christmas box. Let me think about this. Yes, it would be 2022's Christmas box. Which again, I finished it and it's still waiting to be finished. So, this one is, and let's just look, yes. And this was from a Caterpillar Cross Stitch, Stitching Social. Cool, and this piece is called Piece of Cake. So you might have seen Caterpillar Cross Stitch do Stitching Socials online, so via Zoom. I did a couple in I think it was 2023. I don't think it was in no, it must have been 2023. I finished the florist one because they were doing for every social like a store, so you could have a street. I have finished the florist one, I finished that in 2024. Piece of Cake, however, as you can see, I haven't done that much. Yes, again, I have the needle minder from, if it's going to show nicely in the light, I don't think it will. Oh, that's better. From Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This is quite a lot of block stitching, so I'm just looking at the pattern, but I can't show you because it's obviously the pattern itself. Yes, this is quite a lot of block stitching, so I'm thinking this might be something that's quite nice when it gets busier at work and I just want to come home and unwind by having once I've done, say, a workout or some sport or eaten or God knows what, then sit down with the stitching and not having to think about anything. So that's probably going to be planned for later, but I'm going to try and really clear out WIPs as I go this year. Okay, we only have 4 more. I don't have that many this year because I finished quite a few last year. This next one is let me show you the back first. The bag's super cute. This is from the, I think it's 805 Stitcher. Let me do it. Yeah, the 805 Stitcher, and I got this through Lindy Stitches when I ordered, I think it was Edge, no, my Edna piece. I think I got it with them. Again, with a nice little clear pocket. Now you can see the mess. This piece is something that was a stitch along, I think, in 2023 going into 2024. Yes, because yes. And I have made a bit of progress on this recently. I actually picked it up in the autumn and did a little bit. And I stress a very little bit. But this is the Homecoming Sound from Frosted Pumpkin. As you can see, it's coming along. I finished the top. So I think, I don't know whether I showed this last time, but I definitely did like this top bit last year. And now I'm starting to put in the tree that's down here. As you can see, I'm mid-stitch sheet. In the hope that I can try and get bits done. I'm determined this is going to be finished this year. This is one of the pieces that I really want to focus on this year. Let's see whether it actually happens. But there's basically 2 pieces that I'm determined I'm not going to have this time next year. Or even hopefully in 6 months, but I'm trying to be realistic about this. So yes, I love this piece. Oh, I should also say this was stitched on the 32 count linen Pitchless Plus, but I don't remember the colour, but it's the cool for fabric because I got the kit. Next one. I know, we're flying through this. I see it's only 20 minutes and the parade wasn't that long. So this is the next bag, shall we say. This was from Christmas Carol Stitch Along, not Stitch Along, Advent box from Forbidden Fibre Co. So this was a 2023 box, which I know I finished the piece quite quickly actually. I think I finished it at Christmas because I had been, yes, because I had COVID, and I couldn't move. Now this piece I have touched in 2024. and I'm calling it Bury Me, and it's by Lindy Stitches. Every time I look at this, I just get very excited and very happy. Sorry, I'm just moving some of the floss away a bit. Okay, so I can actually show you. Let me just uncrinkle it, because it's actually one of the few things I actually have a pattern for. There's a lot of things I do with digital, or you just have to pattern print it off, so I can't really show you, but I can show you this one. So this is what this piece will look like, just to give you an idea, okay? And I have done all this. So now let's compare them. As you can see, I've done the outline of the sarcophagus. I don't know, gus is singular, isn't it? And I've done a load of the flower. I've done the whole top bit, and I've done a bit my further my hand. I've done obviously the whole skirt of hers, and I kind of, this to me is a piece that I love doing it, but I have to do like a little bit in every so often, because I get really, I love stitching with silks. This is all on Dinky Day silks, so let me just show you the silks in a nice little pack. I've still got them tied together because I actually had some leftover Dinky Dyes from another project, so I don't need to crack these ones open. But these are, well, you can't see the nice colours, let's put them this way. Yeah, there we go. These are the beautiful silks from Dinky Dyes that are the called for colours. And then obviously there's this, I don't know what colour it's called, black coral, which I must admit, I love stitching with them. I think stitching with silk is a lot nicer than stitching with DMC or threads. I think it's because they're a lot softer, a lot smoother, so it's a nicer feel. Sorry, I'm just putting this away, that was a bit too much noise. But I get bored doing one colour. So this is the type of thing that I would do, like maybe I say, okay, I'll set out at weekends just to do one bit of a motif. So like this bit. Obviously, but I got bored, so I didn't. And then I tried to do maybe a bit of colour here or a bit of colour there, or I go to something completely different. But again, this is, I think there's 3 pieces. This is one of the pieces I want, maybe not finished, but a lot more progress done. Because I have plans based on other Lindy Stitches projects, shall we say, that I would like to get stitched up too. Yes. So, second to last one is one that I know lots of you would have seen. Sorry, I'm just rearranging flosses so I can get the piece out. And this was the Deadly Aquarium sound. Now, oh gosh. Yeah, this is why I said it. You can tell I don't iron anything before I do this, so I'm just bending it back over so it looks a bit better. So yes, this is, excuse the threads, please. I've kind of given up doing it piece by piece or section by section released. As you can see, I've got there's rays up here and they weren't for later. I'm kind of looking at the finished pattern now and going, right, what do I want to stitch on this time? And then I finish that part. I don't just do that creature, I will finish that part or that section. And I think now I'm doing the Toothy Terrors, I think is what they're called. So I think it's an angelfish, I can't remember. But this guy, there's also, you can kind of see where there's the blank stitchy spaces here, where this is going to be something else. And there's also like I think it's a shark that's coming in here too. I love stitching this. And you know when people say, oh, you stitch something and it reminds you of what you were watching at the time. When I look at this right now, I just think of Only Murders in the Building. I don't know whether anyone's watched this. If you haven't, go and check it out if you have Disney Plus. I thoroughly recommend that. You won't. If you like Steve Martin, you like Martin Short, and you like things that are kind of amusing but about friends, it's not really set on the murder, let's say. It's more about friends. I think you like it. It's a very nice, heartwarming, I think would be the word you would use. So yes, this piece I did kind of keep up with until the summer, and the summer happened and we didn't get very far. But I've got quite a lot of it done. I love the colours, I love how everything looks. But yeah, I just need to, again, knuckle down with this. Now this is something I know fully will not be done this year. Because I'm looking at thinking, oh, I'm going to do this year, I'm going to do this year. But I would like to get a bit more progress in. Like maybe get half of it done, like half of what's remaining done, maybe get 2 or 3 parts done. Like let's be a bit realistic, maybe a part, a quarter, so get 4 more bits done. 3 if I include if I don't include the bit I'm already on, so 3 more bits done. But that's something I need to work out as I'm planning my year. Okay, and last but not least, this was the advent box this year from Forbidden Fibre Co. At the start I was really proud of myself. I kept up. I started on the 2nd with Piece from the 2nd, and I did all of that on the 2nd. And then I had the work Christmas party, so I caught kind of ish up at the weekend, and then it went horribly wrong from there, and I'm nowhere near finishing. But this is my plan for January. I would like to get this piece finished. This is where we're at right now. So this was Reindeer Games. Let me just get something to put behind this because, please hold. I'm just going to get a different bag and hold the bag up behind because I don't have any cardboard or anything here. Right, so this is Reindeer Games. Let me just, there we go. So this was a piece that is Forbidden Fibre Co this year. You essentially get a box with, okay, you can see this is the needle minder for this year. Let me just see whether this focuses. Wants to focus. There we go, Reindeer Games 2024. Also next to it is the needle minder from last year. Ghost Christmas Past, I think. It's one of the ghosts. Where was I? Yes. So I've done quite a few colours. I don't have much left to do on the current colour. I think I just need to finish like going up here, a bit of detail down here and finishing the leg, and then a little bit on this reindeer, so I'm guessing Rudolph. And then that's that colour done. And I think I've only got 4 or 5 colours. So I'm about halfway through the colours. I'm very happy with how this is looking. There is a little bit that's slightly wrong. Again, it's not wrong, it's personalisation. So that's my focus for January, because I would like this done, dusted, out of the way in January. I had hoped to get some more stitched over my Christmas break, but you know what it's like. You want to meet your friends, you want to see these people, you want to do that, so you never get there. So this is what I really am determined I'm going to get done this year. Not this year, sorry, this month even. So I was looking at the date. I think it's doable. I think it's doable just doing even 10 minutes a day, or half an hour a day, or just picking it up every day and just doing a little bit on it. So that's my plan. We will see. So yes, as I said, plans. So that was all of my WIPs. So I meant to say at the beginning too, WIPs stands for those of you who maybe are new and aren't used to the terminology that get used, works in progress. So projects. So yes, that's everything I have started that's cross stitch related. I have a couple of embroidery pieces that I really need to do as well because I quite like doing that too, but we'll get there all in a good time. So yes, plans for this year. Sorry, I now have something in my eye. Yes, I know everyone will say, it's your finger. True dad jokes now. Yes, plans for this year. Obviously, I'm going to fill out my book and decide when I'm doing things. I'm going to put plans, goals. I've already bought pretty pens to do this with, so I can colour code things and make things a little bit easier. And this is also how I kind of want to be able to do my FlossTubes. I don't think I'm going to do them every month. I would like to try and do them every month, but I'm not sure we would get there. So I'm thinking maybe every 2 months or maybe once a quarter. Like, let's see, I want to do at least be a bit more regular than I have been. I want to also be a bit more regular with updating on Instagram with stuff. I did really well again during December up to a certain point of opening and posting the stuff I have from this advent box. But didn't get very far with that either because we got closer and closer to Christmas and you have no time. Work gets away from you, you're working obviously overtime, you're coming home, you're having to sort out Christmas for everyone. Yes, so plans for 2025 are little and often, I would say. Stay true to oneself and little and often. Yes, and this was actually a short and sweet one for once because I thought I had more WIPs than I do. Don't have any haul at all apart from the book, which I showed you. I haven't really spent anything because of Christmas. But yeah, we'll definitely try and do more regular updates, maybe post reviews of things if I've ordered boxes, or do unboxings, just so you can have a bit more contact. Yes, anyway, lovely checking in with you, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, stay healthy, and If you're doing New Year's resolutions this year, great. If you're not and you're like me and you're just trying to do little bits here and there, also great. And if you do New Year's resolutions and you don't stick at it, also fine, huh? It doesn't matter. Yes, I wish you a brilliant start to the year and see you again soon.